Hey Randy, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Amy?
Good, thanks. So I guess I'll just get right in. I want to know a little bit first about the process of time between your last fight and this one. It's been almost a year. What kind of happened in that year? Were you hoping to get back sooner, or was there, extenuating circumstances?
Yeah, we were supposed to fight December 9th, and then that one got canceled. So I mean, in that time, I got to go train in Texas. So for a total of about, was it almost a month, I guess, if you total up the time. And I got to learn a lot. I got to learn a lot about myself, kind of get rid of those roadblocks that I was having in my head. And, I put my head down and I worked hard that past year.
So would you say that that was almost a little bit of a blessing in disguise because it gave you a little bit of time to focus on things that maybe you wouldn't have been able to if you had to fight right away?
Yeah, 100%. I honestly, I swear to God, like this is my story and everything happens for a reason. And even, my the right before the last fight, I kicked my training partner in his elbow and I couldn't walk. And that was 7 days before, not
Okay.
7 days, 9 days before. And I was like, oh shit, like hopefully this is healed up. But then it was like, boom, fight's canceled. And I actually wasn't able to walk on my foot for quite some time. So, I mean, everything happens for a reason. My foot is perfect now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So I know like, canceled fights are part of the game. It's happened to everybody. It'll happen. If it hasn't happened to you, it will.
Hmm.
Is there any fear going into this one that something could happen where this fight doesn't happen, or are you pretty confident this one's gonna go through?
Oh yeah, I haven't even thought about it. Yeah, well, it's gonna happen.
Cool. And what were your thoughts when you got the opponent's name? Like what were your first impressions of her?
I was really excited. I was scared. Like she's no pushover. She is tough. She's talented. She's been around for a really long time. She has experience on a big stage as well. So I was scared, but to be honest, like it gives me. I'm always scared. I'm scared of things all the time, but it gives me that opportunity to show how brave I am and how tough I am.
If you got a fight and you didn't feel that fear, would you turn the fight down, you think?
Mm-mm.
No.
I have not turned down a fight since I started, even in my amateur career. And even though I knew I was being fed to people, and then I remember it was a title fight that I had with a girl. And after when we were done, she was like, "You are the toughest opponent I've ever had." And they had no idea like who I was or how I trained or anything because my stuff wasn't out there at that point. So my daughter's trying to talk to me, and I'm really sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay. I've got a kid too. He's 16
Yeah.
though, but he'll probably interrupt as well. Um, what, what's life like as a female fighter? Do you have to put up with, stereotypes or things going differently for you because you're a woman, or have you found that this sport has really treated you as an equal?
Um, I found that I think that it's a lot easier for women to get opportunities in this sport, um, only because of like how we look or whatever. Like, um, I've had things like it's been fairly easy for me, in regards to like I have an amazing management team. My head coach is awesome. He's always had my back and protected me on everything. So I've had a very smooth run with my MMA career.
That's awesome. Can you
Hmm.
tell me how you got your nickname or where that comes from? I was kind of curious.
Yeah, yeah. Windsor is actually known as the Rose City, so that's where we got that. And then the Phoenix is, when I started training MMA in 2014, I was at my rock bottom. Before that, I hadn't trained a day in my life, and I I was an alcoholic, and that's how I coped with all my problems. And then, I found MMA, and it was like, oh my gosh, I can hit people and not get in trouble. And then, like, it was like it was it it changed. It saved me. It saved my life. And I walk around with a smile all the time, probably because I have let out all my aggression. So,
You know, I have a friend who is a recovering alcoholic as well, another MMA fighter, and he created a gym where he has people coming and training that are in recovery or starting their recovery. What's your philosophy about that? Do you feel like you mentioned that you found MMA and it kind of gave you an outlet? Do you feel like that is something that more recovery centers should be instituting, as those kinds of physical activities?
yeah, I think so, because with MMA, you really have to practice discipline, and really, I'm not gonna show up for my practice or show up to spar hungover, because you're gonna feel like crap. You're gonna get your ass whooped. It's really teaching you, about control, um, and you can set goals for yourself, and even like small little goals in MMA. When you think about going out and partying, you're like, I got to train at 10 a.m. tomorrow or 9 a.m. tomorrow. It's not worth it for me. Like, I want to feel good and I want to learn. So I think that was something that really helped me. I'll be going on 4 years, April 17th. So
Wow, that's
yeah,
great.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And my last question, I guess, talking about goals, what's your goals looking forward? I know you don't want to quite look past your opponent, but you have a long career ahead. So I imagine you have some goals in the future where you want to go. What are some of those goals?
Um, to be sponsored by Lululemon. Let's talk about that, number one. No, my goals, to be honest, like, I just really want to show people who I am. I really want to have opportunities to help out the community. And I think through MMA, that has given me um, the chance to do that. I've been asked to come speak at private events, um, in rooms full of women, that, like, that's everything that I could only imagine. So I think my goals are just to, roll with the punches, and whatever they give me, whatever they want me to do, I'm game for it.
Awesome.
So,
Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
yeah, of course. It's nice to meet you, Amy.
You too. I will see you, what, Friday? Next Friday?
Next Friday,
I can't think of the times anymore. I'm lost on the dates.
I'll see you
Thank you
next
so
Friday.
much. Good
Yeah.
luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.